Well, hello, everybody. This is CBS 11 meteorologist Jeff Ray with a special webcast for you. We're doing this at 11 o'clock just after, and it's already below freezing at Fort Worth. Now, we'll probably watch these temperatures improve just a little bit across the afternoon. But what a shock it's been to the system. At 5 in the morning, this front was coming through the Metroplex, and it was one of those instances where Dallas was sitting at almost 60 at Love Field. Meanwhile, at DFW or over at Meacham, it was already 45 degrees, and it was already almost freezing at Bowie. And this cold air has been coming in ever since across the morning. So I'm just going to move forward here an hour at a time, and you see how it was gotten into the 20s in Bowie and mid-20s even by 8 a.m. And the temperatures have been falling down into the 30s here across the morning hours, with the cloud cover and occasional freezing drizzle as well across areas of the Metroplex, especially up towards Bridgeport, where temperatures are now in the 20s there, 20s in Denton, and temperatures are just at freezing or below across the Metroplex. And look at Palestine still in the low 60s. So, you know, it's been just, you know, remarkable temperature drop where you've got 60s in our southeast corner and you got 20s along the Red River. So that's a, 40-degree difference here across North Texas with this cold air coming in. Now, what the satellite does, it's reading temperatures. So notice it looks like it's clearing over the Metroplex, but it's just the cloud temperatures are close to the ground temperature. So there's clouds here, low clouds. The thicker cloud cover, the higher tops are down in towards Anderson County and Freestone, and that's where the rain has been. Now, for the rest of the day, and keep in mind the temperatures were at 60 degrees at midnight. For the rest of the day, we're going to be in the 30s. And there might be a little freezing drizzle around, but it'll be very light amounts. So you'll see icing on cars, mailboxes, exposed surfaces, and probably even shrubbery there and grass. But as far as the roads, I think we're okay because the amounts are going to be just so light. The air is a little bit colder, hence a little bit drier. So now we're just waiting for something to come into the atmosphere overhead to kind of trigger some precipitation. We think that's going to happen really towards tomorrow morning. In the overnight hours into tomorrow morning is when we run into another round of freezing precipitation, at least enough to accumulate on roads. So obviously they're having trouble with the temperatures. We're going to be pretty much in the 30s here across the afternoon. Not a whole lot going on across the evening. If you want to get out and about, really, I think precipitation amounts will be so light, if any at all, and be sporadic. Even though it'll be freezing in nature, freezing drizzle, maybe even light sleet, amounts will be pretty small. It's in the morning hours tomorrow where I'm more concerned, because I'll stop it here at 6 in the morning. Temperatures are in the 20s. We're back to cloudy conditions. We've got this north wind, so it's very cold out there. I mean, they'll feel like temperatures are going to be in the low teens, and we're going to see this system move overhead at this time. And what's going on? It's a low-pressure system much further to the south, and it's just kind of forcing moisture right over the top of this pool of cold air. We call it overrunning, and this is going to be when we run the risk of seeing some freezing rain and sleet, and enough maybe to even ice the roads. Bridges and overpasses would be certainly the first to get iced over. So this is at 9 in the morning, and we've seen it coming out of Erath County, out of Palo Pinto County, already some forming over the Metroplex. But the higher amounts, the heavier amounts kind of moving in. This is at 10 in the morning. You can see this little batch, another one behind it. Remember, this is just a computer simulation of the atmosphere. So this is just representing the possibilities of organized precipitation coming out of the southwest and moving into the Metroplex. But it could literally form right over the metro as well. And again, these will be very light amounts, but ice goes a long way. Even a small amount of ice can really mess up the roads. This is at 10 in the morning. And then at noon, you start to see the temperatures get above freezing, and this changeover to occur from sleet to rain. And again, mostly light amounts here, though as we get deeper in the afternoon, we might get into some good light rain, which earlier would have been some good freezing rain and sleet. But as we get later into the day, things should start improving, because we should at least get into the low 40s, and despite the cloud cover, low 40s, and an evaporative wind, in other words, a wind strong enough out of the north to start helping evaporate out the ice. Even as a hard ice, it will still evaporate slowly. So we'll see this changeover occur. So we've got the wind and it changing over to rain to help the situation. So probably the worst of it will be in the morning, and then we get in the afternoon and things help. And I stopped it here in the evening, the skies start to clear. And we've got a really cold Monday morning, so anything that doesn't clear the roads will be bad Monday morning with black ice. But this is the winter weather advisory. It'll likely be expanded out into the Metroplex here later today. We'll wait and see. But the chances for slippery roads are really going to be from Tarrant County in parts of Dallas County and further south, though there could be some areas even north of the Metroplex where we have some problems. This certainly right now looks to be more prone to have slippery roads for the first half of the day on Sunday. I wanted to show you the 7-day forecast. So we have all this to deal with over this weekend, especially into tomorrow morning. But as we get into Monday and Tuesday, we really start warming up. Look at these temperatures in the 70s, though rain chances are really good, especially as we get into Valentine's Day, Valentine's night, and get into Thursday and to Friday, even into next weekend, are pretty good rain chances, but it doesn't look like anything really cold is headed our way here, maybe even for the rest of the month. I hate to say such blanket terms with 2 weeks to go into the month of February, but really it's not looking like really cold air is coming back in anytime soon. So we could have some cold rains, but some good rains at that. So we'll be, of course, watching the situation here with the concern of the winter weather, the freezing rain and freezing drizzle. The risk, again, being mostly across our southwest of the Metroplex, but including areas of the Metroplex, with the worst of it overnight and up to Sunday noon. Stay tuned.